everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Beginner Baking with me. And guess what we're making this time? And if you guessed gingerbread cookies, you were right. Now, first thing we will need is flour, and this is a big batch of cookies. So, we're going to need 5.5 cups of flour. We just gotta get the flour out. There we go. So 5.5 cup of flour. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Now that's a lot of flour. But we're not done yet. We need to do 1/2 cup of flour now. And today, you know why I felt like doing gingerbread cookies? Because right now outside it's snowing. And I love it when it snows. I especially love to have gingerbread cookies with it. Now the next ingredient we need is 1 cup of shortening. Now I'll be right back. I gotta go get that. Okay, so now that I've got my shortening, which is Crisco, we're going to put in 1 cup. And this stuff is very easy to work with sometimes. Sometimes it's a little hard because you get it all over your hands and it makes your hands greasy. But besides that, it's easy. And now, we're going to put it inside with our 5.5 cups of flour. There we go. There's our 1 cup of shortening. And now next we need a cup of sugar. And I just gotta put this away. And find the sugar. Okay, so now that we have our sugar out, I gotta go get a 1 cup. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my 1 cup, it's a bowl, 1 cup size. So now we're going to fill it up with sugar to the top. There's our 1 cup of sugar. Okay. Now we need 2 eggs. I'm gonna go get the eggs out of the fridge. Okay, so it turns out I don't have eggs, so I'm going to be using this egg replacer. But if you do have eggs, you'll need 2 eggs for this. Now, I'm gonna quick make this, and you can add your 2 eggs in, okay? Okay, so now that you've added your 2 eggs, it's time to add a 1/2 cup of molasses. There we go. Here is a 1/2 cup, right to the top of this bowl. I'm not a big fan of molasses, but it's pretty good when it's mixed in with other stuff, especially gingerbread cookies. There we go. But molasses is good for you, so. Just gonna use this whisk to get everything out. There we go, that's probably good. Alrighty, molasses is done. Okay, so now that we have our molasses in, the next thing is 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then, okay, so 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I need to get out the cinnamon. That's really not that good. Okay. I'm gonna need to go get a stool, so I'll be right back. Alright, so now that you have your cinnamon, we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. One, 2. And there we go. We got our cinnamon in. And next is 1/3 cup of cream. But I don't have any cream, so I'm going to substitute that for some almond milk. Now I'm going to go get it. Okay, so I don't have any in the garage, so I'm going to have to, we don't have any in the fridge, so I'm going to have to go out to the garage. I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have my almond milk and you have your cream, we're going to do a 1/3 of a cup of it. Whoa. There we go. Okay, cream is done. I'm gonna go put this back in the fridge. Okay, next is a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. Ooh, now cloves are good. I'm gonna go get them. Okay, so now that we have our cloves, we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. And they smell so good. Okay, so now that we have our cloves in, we're going to do a 1/4 of a teaspoon allspice. I gotta go get that from over there. Okay, so now that we have our allspice, we're going to put in a 1/4 of a teaspoon of it. There we go. And our next ingredients is 3 teaspoons and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found the anise seeds. It took me a while to figure out what the name of it was. Anyway, we're gonna do a 3 teaspoons of these seeds. So I need to find my 3 teaspoons right here. It has some of the cinnamon on it, so I gotta go wash it, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I washed my 1 teaspoon. Now we're going to do 3 teaspoons of these seeds. And they smell like licorice, which smells really good. There we go. Alrighty, next is 1 teaspoon of salt. I need to get out the salt. And get 1 teaspoon. Next is baking soda. just need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. And that's all the ingredients. So I'm just gonna mix this up for a little bit. And then we'll see what else is next to do. Okay, so I decided to add a little bit of this flavoring. It's some gingerbread flavoring. Picked it up this Sunday. Doesn't call for it, but it's really good. So I'm gonna add some. And I'm only adding 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup. So, well, maybe just 1/2 of 1/4 of a cup, like this. And that'll give it a little bit more gingerbread taste. Also, it smells really good. Now I'm gonna keep mixing it, so. Okay, so now that we have let it mix for a little bit, it should look like this. We're going to roll it out. It's kind of crumbly, but after you put it out and kind of like mush it together with your hands, it'll look a little better. So, I mean, before we dump it out or anything, we kind of got to get our hands in there and kind of mush it together. See? And that'll kind of help it stay together when we roll it out. So, I'm gonna do this and then we will roll it out. So, I'm going to quick mush this together and then we're gonna roll it out. Okay? Okay, so now that you have gotten your dough ready, we're going to place it here and spread the flour all around. Now you want to have a little extra flour on the side in case you need some more. Put it on the rolling pin. And now we can roll it out. Kind of hard. Okay. Now obviously this is going to take a while, so I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, so I decided that the big piece was a little bit too big, so I'm going to start off with a smaller piece. And then I will cut these shapes out a little at a time. So I'm going to roll this out and the rest of this out. Okay, so now that we have rolled them out and cut them out, there's what they are. Now we're going to bake them at 400 until they're brown. So I'm going to go bake them and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. I'm going to go put them in the oven. Okay, so now that they've baked for a little bit, here they are. They're a little crumbly, but that's okay. They're still good. And thank you for watching another episode of Beginner Baking with me. Bye.